Welcome to Learning with Anime. I'm Kairi, a blue marble angelfish. In this episode, we are looking into how to pronounce Japanese syllables.
First, we'll talk about short syllables with this example. In my previous video, I explained that this is pronounced Naruto. So in this video, we'll focus on this part. When reading Romaji, you'll occasionally see double consonant like the double P here. When we break this down into syllables, it will look like this. The double consonant represents the shortening of the preceding syllables between the syllable before and after, which in this case is shi and pu. Next, we'll look at long syllables. When writing in katakana, it's easy to see where to have the elongated sound as it's visually clear with the use of a symbol known as chō-on kigo. This symbol literally translates to long sound symbol and is only used with katakana for onomatopoeias including animal sounds like nya nya, meaning meow meow, or foreign words such as burichi, meaning bleach. But because the chō-on kigo is only used with katakana, when writing with hiragana or kanji, there are plenty of words that sounds like there is an elongated sound without a clear indication. Such as the example from earlier. As we've already seen, it's spelled S-H-I-P-P-U-D-E-N. But if we look at the hiragana, which looks like this, then romanize exactly to the hiragana. It's spelled S-H-I-P-P-U-U-D-E-N. As can be seen, it's not using chō-on kigo, but the pu has a vowel u and the next syllable doesn't have a consonant, which means there are two same vowels that follows. When this happens, rather than breaking the syllables to say shippu uden, we join the syllables together and pronounce it more like an elongated sound, shippuden. This goes the same for most words when there are double vowel in Romaji. Just like the game called Ao Oni, Ao meaning blue and Oni meaning demon. Technically, it's two words put together with the break of the word between the double vowel. But to make it easier to say the word, we still join the vowels together and pronounce it as an elongated sound, Ao Oni. And as an interesting fact, in Japan, when we learn the Japanese writing systems, we learn it in the order of hiragana, katakana, then kanji. And when learning katakana, we sometimes have worksheets to rewrite katakana words with chō-on kigo into hiragana. But as mentioned earlier, chō-on kigo is a katakana only symbol. Therefore, like burichi from earlier, in hiragana you're meant to write burichi, with replacing the chō-on kigo with I, which is the vowel from previous syllable. And now, let's dig even deeper. This is Bakugo from My Hero Academia, and this is Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. In kanji, their names are written like this. Most kanji have a few different ways of reading, but we won't go there in this video. Let's write this in hiragana. Then we romanize them, which will look like this. And when we compare this to how it's commonly spelled, there is an extra U on the end. This is because any syllable ending with O followed by U can also sound like an elongated sound due to the way we open our mouth to create these sounds. To pronounce O and U, the shape of the mouth is fairly similar, but O is slightly bigger. So to pronounce it, it's easier to slowly close your mouth from O to U, which results in blending the syllables together. And just so I don't create any confusion, not every syllable that ends with O has U to follow. There's only some that do. Like in the case of Gojo, where the U is only followed after the second O.
I have noticed a lot of romanized Japanese words tend to have the U missing like Bakugo and Gojo, as it can be difficult to hear. I assume the reason why many Japanese words, when romanized, doesn't have the vowels spelled out like these is because when it is spelled out, it looks like the syllables are meant to be pronounced individually and clearly. or could just be I can't hear it, therefore it's not there. But the issue with that is it doesn't sound natural. But whether the syllables are blended together or not, if you don't know where every vowel of the word is, that also doesn't sound natural. And the drop of a single vowel can end up being a very different word. For example, Yuri on ice. The main character's name is Yuri, which is a common gender-neutral name in Japan, but if you drop one of the U, it becomes Yuri, which is a name for the flower lily, that also can be a girl's name, but in modern days used as a euphemism for lesbian. And the word you really don't want to get wrong is shoujo. Shoujo means young girls. Shoujo anime or shoujo manga is a genre meant for young girls. But if you lose that U somewhere and left with shoujo, it means virgin.
Personally, I think using macron, vowels with a line above them, which is used to suggest the particular vowel to be elongated, is the most accurate way of depicting how the word is meant to be pronounced. But the deficit of using macron is that it is an extended Unicode and therefore needs specific keyboard input installed to be able to type on electronic devices.